The rain had been falling since late afternoon. Not the loud kind that crashes against windows, but a soft, steady rain. The kind that feels like the world is quietly breathing. The cabin sat alone at the edge of the forest, wrapped in tall pine trees that swayed gently with each passing breeze. A thin trail of smoke curled up from the chimney, dissolving into the gray-blue sky. Inside, everything felt slower. The fire in the stone fireplace glowed a warm amber, crackling softly, as if it knew this was a night meant for rest. A small lamp beside the couch cast a pool of golden light, barely touching the corners of the room. Outside, rain tapped against the wooden roof. Tap, pause, tap, like fingers reminding the world to slow down. You were here alone, but not lonely. The cabin had that rare feeling of quiet companionship, the kind that doesn't ask anything from you. It didn't need conversation. It didn't need effort. It simply welcomed you. You placed a kettle on the stove and waited. The soft hum of water warming blended with the sound of rain outside, creating a rhythm that felt strangely familiar, like something you had known long ago. When the kettle finally sang, you poured hot water into a mug. Steam rose slowly, fogging the air for just a moment before disappearing. You wrapped your hands around the mug, feeling the warmth seep into your fingers. It traveled gently from your palms into your arms and somewhere deeper where the day's tension had been hiding. You sat down near the fire. The couch was old but comfortable. The blanket folded over its back smelled faintly of clean cotton and wood smoke. You pulled it around your shoulders and let yourself sink into the cushions. Outside, the forest listened. Rain slid down the cabin windows in thin trails, bending light as it moved. Somewhere far away, an owl called, low and calm, as if checking in on the night. Nothing needed to be done. Nothing was waiting. This was a night meant only for being. As the fire settled into a quieter glow, your thoughts began to slow too, not disappear, just soften. Memories drifted in and out, but none of them demanded attention. They passed like clouds, gentle and distant. You thought about how rare it was to feel this kind of peace. Not the kind that comes from fixing everything, but the kind that comes from letting things be unfinished. The rain didn't try to stop falling. The fire didn't rush to burn brighter. The night didn't ask for meaning. And somehow that was enough. You leaned your head back and listened. Rain on wood, fire breathing softly, the occasional creak of the cabin as it settled into the cool night air. Each sound felt like a quiet reassurance. You are safe here. You can rest now. Time moved differently in the cabin. Minutes didn't announce themselves. They simply passed, unnoticed. The lamp's light flickered slightly as the flame shifted. Shadows danced lazily along the wooden walls, stretching and shrinking like slow-moving thoughts. You closed your eyes for a moment, not to sleep yet, just to rest. In the darkness behind your eyelids, the rain seemed louder, closer. Each drop felt like a soft punctuation mark, ending one thought and gently starting another. Your breathing slowed, in and out, matching the rhythm of the night. Somewhere in the forest, branches brushed against each other, whispering secrets that didn't need to be understood. The world outside continued, quietly, patiently, without asking you to participate. When you opened your eyes again, the fire had dimmed slightly, settling into glowing embers. The room felt even warmer now, cocooned in stillness. You stood and walked toward the window. Outside, the rain had softened. Mist hovered low over the forest floor, blurring the line between earth and air. The path leading away from the cabin was barely visible now, washed into darkness by rain and shadow. And you felt no urge to follow it. Everything you needed was already here. You rested your forehead lightly against the cool glass, watching droplets slide down slowly, merging with one another before disappearing from sight. There was something comforting about the way rain never rushed. It simply fell, drop by drop, trusting the earth to receive it. You exhaled, long and slow. Back by the couch, you curled up again, blanket tucked close. The mug beside you was still warm, untouched for a while now, waiting patiently. The cabin seemed to hum with contentment. This place had held many nights like this, stormy nights, quiet nights, nights where someone needed a pause from the world. And tonight, it held you. The fire popped softly once, then settled again. You let your eyes grow heavy. Thoughts drifted away without resistance, not pushed aside, just gently released. The rain outside continued its steady song, a lullaby written by the sky. As sleep approached, the cabin seemed to breathe with you. In, out. Nothing was expected of tomorrow yet. Tomorrow could wait. Tonight belonged only to the rain, the fire, and the quiet understanding that rest is allowed. Your body relaxed fully now, shoulders softened, jaw unclenched. The weight you had been carrying all slipped away unnoticed. And in this small, warm cabin, surrounded by the sound of rain and the glow of wetting embers, you drifted gently toward sleep. Slowly, peacefully, exactly as you were meant to.